We're going to start, everybody. The roll call, please, Amy.
Okay, Mr. Arcuri,
Here.
Mr. Bova, Mr. Brodsky,
Here.
Mr. Core,
Here.
Mr. Coyne, Mr. Delia,
Here.
Mr. Ford, Mr. Lewis, Mr. Karam,
Here.
Mr. Mutolo, Mr. Sampson,
Here.
and Ms. Cesny.
Here.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, everybody. You have in your packet the draft minutes for November 15, 2021. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Yeah.
Thank you. Any additions, corrections, deletions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Thank you. The first item on our agenda is a resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds for disinfection conversion project. Eric?
Great, thank you. This went through Capital Committee a couple weeks ago and got recommended for award. If you remember, the disinfection conversion project is up at the water treatment plant to switch from gaseous chlorine to a liquid-based chlorine. This is an industry standard that has been occurring around the country. It's been in our capital plan for a number of years now, and we are now at the point where we are entering the construction phase. It was recommended that contract for general construction work be awarded to Spenceri Diversified in the dollar amount of $1.6057 million, and to Patricia Electric for the electric contract in the dollar value of $0.306 million. Both of these are very qualified contractors. They have done their recent work, like literally the exact same project for City of Syracuse and Aqua within the last couple of years. So very comfortable with these two entities taking this forward.
Any questions for Eric regarding this resolution? We do have the resolution in our packet, and as Eric said, the Capital Projects Committee did recommend approval. Was that you, Bruce?
Yes, I just wanted to have Eric review the cost issues and the supplemental funding supporting it.
Yep. So I attached that supplemental information to essentially lay out what the original budget was compared to the revised budget. I don't know if everybody has that in front of them. Again, I can't really speak to past rationale, but the original budget was for $1 million for this project, but this was never $1 million project, and that $1 million was slated for both design and construction. Currently, including design, consultant fees, and construction costs, the revised budget is just a hair over $2 million, which obviously is significantly higher than the original budget. But again, I don't know how that original number was determined a number of years ago. From what we've seen, these projects trend in recent years around this size, anywhere from 1.5 to about $2 million. The items that we are looking to shift funds from to cover the cost are other items that were included as itemized in our bonding, but are nowhere near priority level that this project is. I would say these items are within like a 5 to 7 year window, not we need to do this within the next 1 to 2 years. And those items were painting exterior lime and soda ash silos, new gate actuators at the water treatment plant, Venturi meter access chamber, Sanger Ave tank repainting, system-wide tank access upgrades, Kavanaugh Road tank meter building improvements, Hanger Road meter station, Hinman Road meter station, and some unallocated monies from our IMF accounts. Keep in mind, a lot of these projects that I just listed, they're very low dollar itemized options here that, when tallied together, sum up over $2 million. That's what we've identified as being able to draw funds from, and at the request of the capital committee members, that was included in this packet for you guys.
Anything else, Bruce?
So the expectation is that there may be these items that would eventually show up on the list of capital items in the future.
So I would use the capital items term lightly. In the future, I would probably include the bulk of this under IMF operating funds.
Okay, but they eventually they'll show up in
Yes.
for spending
Yes.
in the future. Okay,
Yes. Yep.
That's what I meant. Thank you.
I'll make
Any
the
other-
motion to approve the,
Second.
As presented, Dave?
yes, sir.
Bruce seconded. Any other questions, comments, concerns? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you. The next item on our agenda is a resolution regarding the award of professional engineering services contract, and I'll let Eric take it from here.
Perfect. Thank you. This was also recommended for award through the Capital Committee. This is for a professional services contract for Ramble, formerly O'Brien and Gear Engineers. They did the design contract for our raw water main phase 1 project, which, as you all know, that is the pipe bridge and segments of pipe associated with that new bridge construction and tie-in to existing water mains. For the professional services component, there was never a contract executed with Ramble for this next construction phase, and with trying to keep up with current MWBE goals, we worked with Ramble on this. They pulled together a team that had significant MWBE participation, so we could have those goals met for this project. That's also a requirement of the grant we obtained. And Ramble will be managing the day-to-day construction inspection, or the day-to-day construction administration, and subcontractors will be doing the physical construction inspection throughout the day. That's all I had for a summary.
Eric, did we get the approval from Brookfield yet relative to the excess up there?
Yeah, approval, meaning like stamped, signed, and delivered. No, we've gotten the verbal that we're okay. There's no concerns in the location, but they're just working through their legal process right now. There's no at this point, I was assured there's no hiccups anticipated. But everything's
Very
gone.
good.
Everything's gone through their land use committee in November. So.
Very good, thank you.
Yep.
Any questions regarding the resolution as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve it as presented.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Did you get that, Amy?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Any further questions, comments, concerns? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Thank you. Committee reports, finance, Jim?
Yes, in your packet is the November financial report. Just the overview, consumption is consistent with the prior year. And compared to 2 years ago, we're down about 3%. And that's been the trend each month. So we're pretty consistent each month. Revenue is consistent with the budget. So we're meeting that. And cash flow is pretty healthy. We just paid the retirement payment. We have to still fund our reserves, so we're hoping that we have a healthy December and we're able to do that to go into the new year in a good, positive fashion.
Jim, what was the final figure on the retirement percentage?
That was paid. The amount that was paid.
Yes.
Let's see. I think I have it here. It's $793,000. That's this year. Remember, budgeted. It's gone down. Estimated to have gone down close to 150 to 200,000.
Right. You ever got any confirmation for next year's then, as far as the
Yeah, we did get the projection.
figures?
They did give us a projection.
And what was that?
I don't have it in front of me, but it's around 600,000. A little over 600,000.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Any other questions regarding this? Thanks, Jim.
Okay.
Any old business? Any new business? And before we go, I assume, I probably assumed wrong, Pat is not with us tonight. He, late this afternoon, he lost his mother-in-law over the weekend, so he's in Syracuse dealing with that, so we all can give him our thoughts and prayers if you want to drop him a line. If there's something he wants to communicate to the board prior to our next meeting, I'll ask him to fire out an email to everybody on what would have been his executive director's report if he thinks that's necessary. And we will also get out the dates regarding, we have that situation in January and February regarding the 3-day weekends falling on our date. So we'll be combining them once again into one meeting, and we'll get that up to everybody so it doesn't come as a surprise on when the one meeting is going to be. Any questions on any of that?
Oh, sir.
I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hopefully we'll come out of this edition of the plague and be able to get together again in the new year in person at our board table. But I wish everybody to have a great holiday season and to stay safe out there.
And you all too.
Thanks, everybody.